Now we're going to go over a few things that we might not have covered before. One of the things we're going to go over is comparing hands and what to do when we compare hands. Okay. When the dealer turns over his cards, of course, we're going to put them in order. The players' cards aren't always going to be in order. The players are not required to put them in order, but we're going to put them in order here just for this demonstration purposes. Okay. So when we're comparing cards, you're going to go from the high. We're going to compare the high cards first and go to, if it's the same card, you go to the next card. And if that's the same as shown here, then you go to the next card. Okay. In this case, the 8 beats the 6, so this hand beats this hand. Okay. And if you have a pair, the same thing applies. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to go over is picking up of the cards. You want to pick up the cards in order, and this is done in case we need to reconstruct the supervisor needs to reconstruct the hand in case there's a discrepancy. So what you want to do is you pick up the 2-card hand and then the 5-card hand in the bottom, and when we put them away like this, and that way the supervisor can reconstruct the hand. Another thing we wanted to go over, we went over the ranking of the hands, the royal flush and straight flush and so forth. Okay. Well, now we're going to go over the ranking of the cards. Ranking of the cards is very simple. Okay. Ace is the highest card, followed by the king, queen, jack, 10, 9, and so forth and so on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 being the lowest single card. Okay, so that's the ranking of the single cards when we're comparing cards. Okay, another thing we wanted to go over is the four of a kind with a pair. Okay, when we have four of a kind with a 3 of a kind. Okay, when we have a 4 of a kind with a pair, we're going to play the pair on top and play the 4 of a kind in the bottom. It's going to look like this. Okay, and when we have a 4 of a kind with a 3 of a kind, you're going to play the pair on top, 4 of a kind in the bottom. All right, it's pretty simple and it makes sense. Okay, now we're going to go over the 5 aces, exceptions for the 5 aces. Of course, there's only 4 aces in a deck, but when we include the joker, there's 5 aces. Okay, so when we have 5 aces with any other 2 cards, whether it be a pair or anything, or any other 2 cards, we're going to play 2 of the aces in the low hand and the 3 aces on the bottom. Okay, except with a pair of kings. If you have a pair of kings, then we're going to play the pair of kings on the low hand and the 5 aces on the bottom, because no one can beat the 2 kings. You have all 5 aces. Okay, and that is that. Don't forget to, most important thing with any game, I've told you before, is to practice. That's the only way you're gonna get good at this, and the only way you're gonna be able to see all different combinations of hands. I wish you the best of luck.